Hey guys, now before we wrap up this course and I share a few final things with you that you need to know as a minimalist cave photographer, I just wanted to say congratulations for pushing yourself as hard as you have through this course to master the concepts we've talked about. It takes an exceptional human being to be able to exert the amount of discipline that you've shown in order to master these assignments and push yourself to grow and to become better at anything, and especially cave photography. So congratulations on pushing yourselves. That says a lot about who you are. Now, one thing that I want to say as we wrap up is that there are caves out there. There are rooms in caves and locations that are so big, so immense, or so complex that it just doesn't work, and it doesn't make sense that you could actually, light them with this minimal equipment that we've talked about. Now, before you throw in the towel and curse this course for, fooling you into thinking that you could do everything out there, I do need to say that even though there are rooms that are big enough and rooms that are complex enough underground that it's difficult, if not impossible, to light it with minimal equipment, the concepts that you've learned in this class, if you can walk away with a good shot underground using minimal equipment, the only thing that you need to do in order to walk away with a great shot of a very complex room or a very, very large room is just get more equipment. The concepts are the same. The concepts do not change. Lighting is lighting. Exposure is exposure. The only thing, and composition is composition. The only thing that you need to do in order to walk away from these complex or large rooms is get more light or buy more expensive equipment and get more people to help you out. So minimal may not work, but a little bit more does. So you have mastered the concepts, you've mastered the principles. It's just obtaining a little bit more. So if you end up having the opportunity to do that, and you're able to use your resourcefulness to obtain the resources you need to do that, just go out and purchase more equipment. Some things that you might look at is you can do a search on B&H or any other photo store out there for battery-powered strobe lights, travel lights or whatever. You can find all kinds of more powerful kind of, bigger batteries and bigger lights that you can actually pack through a cave if you're doing stills. If you're doing video, then you could look at things like continuous light sources. There's different video continuous light sources that you can purchase out there. You need a generator and some other things for them, but you can absolutely get that. Or you could look at, dive lights if you're going really, really, really remote and it doesn't make sense to, bring a generator and string a series of extension cords through the cave. Look for video lights. I mean, they're not video lights, but dive lights. They're pretty expensive. Dive video lights, very expensive, but they're portable and they're heavy, hard to carry, but they'll give you the light you need in order to shoot video underground. So the options are there. You have the skills, you have the knowledge. You may just need a little bit more equipment. Now, one last thing that I want to say, as you go out and you start building on these skills and growing and becoming better, and before we start seeing some unbelievable shots come out of you and start seeing those, in the NSS News and in National Geographic and Outside Magazine and wherever you decide to share those or publish those, I want to say that as you move on, now one big temptation that easily besets me at times, and I imagine you. Sometimes it's one thing to push ourselves, and then we get through and we're like, oh, well, the next trip comes along. It's been a month or two since my last trip, and this trip comes up, and it's like, oh, well, boy, this would be so much easier, and I'd be able to relax and enjoy this more if I just had my backpack with food and water, and that was it. Don't give in to that temptation. You've pushed yourself a lot through this course. Continue to push yourself. And never stop growing, never stop improving. Even I, after years and years and years and walking away with some really great shots, every trip I still need to push myself because it's so much easier to carry survey gear and, just like a Disto X and, a sketch pad. So much easier. Or to just do recreational caving. But it's not as rewarding. It's not as rewarding to push yourself. Push yourself hard, even when it's difficult and inconvenient, just to grab that camera and your flashes and a tripod. Go out there and walk away with unbelievable shots that you can share with others. There's so much more fulfillment in that than simply going in, seeing the cave, and then walking out. So I would challenge you the next time you feel that temptation to just leave the gear behind, because this is just going to be a recreational trip. Don't gyp yourself. Grab that gear, pack it in your pack, and then head out and let's see what kind of shots you can walk away with. That's what it's going to take for you to continue to grow so that you can bless the lives of everybody out there who has the opportunity to see your images and to see places that they have never before been. This isn't just about sharing photos with cavers, but sharing them with your friends and family and others out there who would never have the opportunity to go underground. And you have the opportunity to bring that to them. So don't gyp yourself and don't gyp others. All right, that's enough of me talking. Now it's time for you to wrap this course up, head out there, walk away with some unbelievable shots, keep growing, never stop growing, never stop improving. And until we cross paths, happy shooting underground. We'll see you hopefully underground.